Hi, this is James with Tabletop Gaming Guild, and today I'm going to show you how to play Whoa There Cowboy. Whoa There Cowboy is published by Grandpa Beck Games and it's a 2 to 6 player game. In this game, you're going to be trying to shed your hands of cards, and you're going to try to do as quickly as possible so you can gain points throughout the game. And you're going to have to do this by placing out specific numbered cards. And you may not actually always have those cards, but you're going to be putting them down anyway, so you're going to be doing a little bit of bluffing. So let's go ahead down the table here. I'm going to show you how to play Whoa There Cowboy. All right, so this is Whoa There Cowboy. In Whoa There Cowboy, you're going to be trying to shed your hand and gain these points here. You're also going to try to catch your opponent to get points too if they're bluffing. Now, with this game here, you're going to shuffle up this deck of cards. You're going to get this going up or going down card here. You get a replacement in the deck too, and you're going to place this going up. So you have this shuffled and you have these points out for everyone to reach. Now you're going to deal out 7 cards to each player. You're going to pick someone to go first. And what they're going to do is they're going to have to start going up. So their numbers here are going to go between 1 and 7. To start there, I can put as many cards down as I want. So I can, let's say I gotta go ahead, and I'm going to start with this one actually. I'm going to put this one face down. Now another player, what they can do is they can put down more of that same number than I put down. So if I put down 2, they'd have to put down 3 or more. In this case, I put down 1. So they can put down at least 2 ones, but as many ones as they want. If they don't have that or they don't want to bluff for it, the next thing they can do is they can put down any number higher than 1 that they want to put down, a single number. So I can put down this 2. Now if it comes back to me and that 2's down there, I can put, so now I have some 2's here, I can put down all 3 of these 2's. So there's a 2, I'm going to say I'm going to put down 3 2's. And we're going to keep on doing this until we get up to 7. Once we get up to 7 and no one contests that, we're going to be starting to go back down. So we're going to be 7 and we're going to keep going down. We're going to go to that until we get to 1. And then we're going to flip this back up to going up. And we're going to keep going back and forth until this deck runs out. Now, there's a very important nuance to this. So I'm going to say this part first. So when the deck goes out, if the player count is between 3 and 4 players, or sorry, 2 and 4 players, we're going to go ahead and allow that player to win up to draw up to their 7, and then we're going to play until the next person runs out of cards. However, if this is a 5 to 6 player game, we're going to go through this deck here twice. And then on the second time it depletes, we are going to let that person draw up to their 7 cards, and then we're going to go until the next person goes out. When that next person goes out, they don't draw up. And we'll go over scoring in a minute, but that's how the game's going to end. But one really, really important component of this game is being able to call someone's bluff. And there's 2 things that can happen. So I put down these 3 2's, and someone says, whoa, whoa there, cowboy. I don't believe that you have 3 2's. You're going to take the cards you put over and flip over. So in this case, I was not lying. I did have 3 2's. So if I was truthful, which I was here, the accused gives one of the accusers a card from the hand. So I get to lose a card from my hand and give it to them. However, if it was something like this, I hope that's not a 2, flip this over, was a 2. We're going to flip it over like this. We have a 7 here. So I was bluffing. If I was bluffing, I take back all the cards that I put down. I draw a card from the draw pile there as a punishment other than getting my cards back. And that player that accused me was correct gets 10 points. And that's how you catch people bluffing. Well, what else are you trying to do? Well, when you get down to your last card here, so I get rid of all my cards on my turn here, I am going to get 20 points. And then I draw back up to 7 cards. and then the play continues. You're going to keep on doing that. You're going to try to shed your hands as fast as possible, not get caught bluffing, and try to get as many of those 10 points as you can throughout the game. And like I said, if you're going to go from 2 to 4 players here, you're going to go until this deck runs out, and then that person that ran the deck out is going to finish drawing up to their 7 cards. You're going to keep playing until the next person runs out of cards, and the game's going to end. That person's not going to draw up. So what do you do for your final scoring? We're going to count up these 10 and 20 points to see how many you have, and then subtract the cards from your hand. So if I have 4 cards on my hand, I would take my total. Oh, here, let's say it's 20, which will be a lot higher than that. So then I would have 16 points at the end of the game. And the person with the most points wins. Now, it is recommended that you play a preset number of rounds. You agree upon this preset number of rounds before you start the game. So best out of 3, you may run 3 rounds, and the person with the most points at that point will win. If there's a tie at any reason, the person who had the most points at that last round wins. If there's still a tie, the players share the victory. And that's going to be how you play Whoa There Cowboy. However, you can also modify it for younger children and for more experienced players. So for younger children, you're going to remove the direction card and simply go up to 7 and then start back at 1. So you're not going to use this going up and going down. You're just going to go up to 7, and then once they do it, you're going to just go back up to 7. So it's a lot simpler that way. And the younger kids earn 20 points instead of 10 if they successfully catch someone bluffing. Also, the older kids and adults are dealt 9 cards instead of 7. So they have more cards to get rid of to earn that 20 points. Now, the experienced player version here, when going up and going down, numbers must be played in exact order. So in this regular game here, you're going to be caught a lot less bluffing, because one very important part of this game here is that you can't skip your turn. There's no skipsies. You have to play. So at some point, you're going to have to bluff. But if you play with this more advanced variant, it's going to be a lot more often when you have to bluff. Also, if a player calls Whoa There Cowboy, the penalty for being wrong is 2 cards. 1 card from the draw pile and 1 card from the accused player. And that's it. So that's 2 different variants and how to play Whoa There Cowboy in general. And this game here is going to be great as a light game to play with family and friends. So this game here is going to be super easy to teach, like you saw, and you can get really into the game very quickly. And it has a nice sort of social element where you're paying attention to other people's turns, and you can have a lot of stories around the table from this game. But yeah, so that's going to be how you play Whoa There Cowboy. If you like what we do, please like and subscribe. It really helps us out a lot, helps us get more content out to y'all and all that fun stuff. But either way, I hope you all have a great day, and thank you for watching.